Streaking Sparks defeat an Indiana Fever team missing Caitlin Clark. The Indiana Fever arrived in Los Angeles draped in momentum, 5 straight wins, a knack for winning without Caitlin Clark and betting lines tilting their way. Their tier was proof they could keep pace even with their franchise centerpiece in street clothes. But another storyline might have been tucked beneath Indiana's. The Sparks had ripped off 6 wins in their previous 7 outings, probably fueled by the rare luxury of having every piece of their roster back for the first time in more than a year. And by night's end at Crypto.com Arena, they had won 7 of 8, the Sparks grinding out a 100-91 victory. "Tonight was a great step in the right direction," guard Kelsey Plum said. "That's an incredible team, and they're as hot as anyone. They got everything it takes to make a run for a championship. So for us to come out and have that level of intensity, I was really proud." Sidelined since July 15 with a right groin injury, Clark never touched the hardwood Tuesday. But her presence was impossible to miss. About an hour before tip-off, Clark entered the arena to a wave of shrieks. Fans crammed shoulder to shoulder against the banisters and barricades, stretching jerseys, bobbleheads and posters toward her for autographs. But once the ball went up, Clark left her imprint not in ink but as an assistant coach to her Fever squad. For all of Clark's fire from the bench, the Sparks 13-15 seized on her absence to wrestle control away from one of the league's hottest teams and move closer to a playoff berth. "We've got enough pieces and talents to make a playoff run," Sparks coach Lynn Roberts said. "We just got to keep our foot on the gas. As I always say, we didn't come into the season saying we wanted to beat Indiana at home. We came in the season saying we want to make the playoffs." Roberts, who has spent much of the season juggling lineups amid injuries and roster turnover, can finally exhale, with a healthy starting 5, Cameron Brink back in uniform and a bench ready to contribute. With stable rotations came steady results. Plum set the night's tempo, piling up 25 points and 11 assists. Around her, the Sparks scoring core Rikia Jackson matching with 25, Derica Hamby dropping 16 and Azura Stevens racking up 19 kept the scoreboard humming. Julie Alamand steered the offense in sync, dishing out 7 assists to go with 5 points and 8 rebounds. "We all in this room know she, Plum, can go for 40," Roberts said, "but she wants to win more than go for 30. And if going for 40 is what it takes to win, then she'll do it." But tonight, she gained so much attention from the other team's scouting report, as she should, but she's trying to win. Midway through the first quarter, Brink checked in, snagged a couple of boards, and promptly stuffed a shot by 6'2" Natasha Howard for the first of 5 rejections on the night. "We're just getting that chemistry on and off the court," Jackson said. "But when we're playing like that and feeding off each other's energy, that's fine, and that's when we're going on our runs, and that's when we're not flinching because we trust each other that much." After Ray Burrell spun in an acrobatic layup to put the Sparks ahead 3-2-3-0, they never loosened their grip, stretching the lead to 9-0-6-8 midway through the third quarter. But Ari McDonald and Kelsey Mitchell sparked a 2-1-5 run that suddenly had the game uncomfortably tight with under 2 minutes remaining. But in a building where wins have been scarce, the Sparks clutched this one tight and handed it back to the LA faithful. Sex toy tossed on court. A sex toy landed near Indiana's Sophie Cunningham after it was thrown from the stands. The incident occurred with 2:05 left in the second quarter, with the object landing in the lane near Cunningham, who had been vocal on social media admonishing fans for throwing sex toys on the court during other games. The Fever forward jumped back in surprise and then Plum kicked it into the stands. "I think it's ridiculous, it's dumb, it's stupid," Roberts said. "It's also dangerous and players' safety is number one. Respecting the game. All those things. I think it's really stupid." Plum added that she thought both teams did a great job playing on "don't give it any attention." "The refs too. I really appreciate them too," was just like, "Hey, let's go." Cunningham walked over to the Sparks bench and was laughing about it.